Alright guys, I'm about to begin the grand liquidation of a lot of my stupid project vehicles. I just don't have the time to deal with them anymore. So, first on the chopping block, nope, not the Winnebago. 1991 Toyota MR2 Turbo. That's been sitting under this cover for the last year. Essentially, this vehicle, I drove it around back when I lived in Virginia. When I moved to New York, I drove it for a little while, and then the hose from hell split, and it was seaming in my driveway. I turned the vehicle off, parked it, never fixed it, and as I had just purchased a different MR2, at the time had deemed this MR2 as a parts vehicle. But I'll uncover this thing and show you guys what it is we're dealing with. I think it'll make a good car for somebody who's looking for a project. Okay, first glance is here. Completely unclean, so you know it's no bullshit. Yes, it's dirty. I'll clean it up so you can see the condition of the paint. It's not bad. It's not great. The body's straight. Tires are shot. Very dry rotted. They do hold air long enough to roll it around though. That's how I got it up onto this trailer. Yeah, I knew I was forgetting something. See, I have this tape just kind of on here that's no longer sticking. Yeah, that is because I stole the molding that goes on here. Put that on the other car because the other car for some reason did not have it. So at one point in time I had just some tape on here to keep some of the rain out before I ever covered it up. Okay, but anyway, both sides of the car, this molding missing. This is a turbo car. Okay. Turbo. MR2 Toyota. Okay. Okay. This thing's dirty. Absolutely. But, big ol' blow-off valve. Stock turbo. It's got the CT26 twin entry turbo. Ooh, okay. Not a lot was done to this car. It's mostly stock, and as I said, it was running. The hose from hell blew, and then I stopped driving it. I did not repair the hose from hell, so I will be selling this as a non-running vehicle, but I'm quite sure you won't have too much trouble getting it running. Trying to remember what else is in here. Okay. It's got an intake. An Apex'i intake. I think this is Apex'i 2, I think. Apex'i. I don't know. How do you guys say that? In any case, that's what's in there. Isn't that fucking sweet? Look at that. Line the trailer hitch up without even getting your buddy out there. Ain't that sweet. Alright, so I'm moving this thing out so I can unload it, wash it up. But as you can see, within a reasonable distance, I can actually deliver this to you. Something to consider.
Worth noting, this car has a 1993 transaxle swapped into it with the limited slip differential.
Just in case there's any doubt that these tires will hold air, despite being dry rotted like crazy, they will hold air plenty long to get things on and off trailers. I just wouldn't drive on them. Okay, we can add more, but you get the idea. Alright, there she is, all rinsed up. Not exactly a detailed job, but I just rinsed off some of the grime so you could see the condition of the body. As you can see, Paint's not the best. It's got some little hazy stuff going on here. It's actually sitting on the surface, whatever that is. But in any case, right, little ding here in the hood. Somebody dropped something on that as well before I ever owned the car. Little ding here in the paint and the bumper. Some of the paint here is scratched away. I believe this car was repainted one time. I found little evidence of red paint here and there on trim, like if you look here, a little bit of red paint. So somebody painted it at one point. But hey, I'm just showing you what you're gonna get if you come by and buy this car. It's definitely in great shape for a restoration, or if you want to use it for a drag car or whatever. Yes, this is tape residue from when I tried to keep the water from running down here, because as I told you earlier, I did borrow permanently the piece of trim that goes on here for my other car. Anyway, let's finish the little walk around here. No major dents. Little dings. Right here's a little ding in that area. Let's see what else we got here. Obviously some scratches, right? The car's not perfect, but there are no major dents in this car. Perfect for restoration. There's some weird bubbling because of the poor paint job. I don't know if you can see that in this view here. Yeah, after I washed the car, I managed to mow the lawn all over it. So that comes with the car if you want it. All my grass clippings thrown in, no charge. A little bit of paint missing here, scratched off. Bonus lawn clippings. Awesome. What else do we have in terms of body damage? Little paint chipped off there. I thought there was a ding on this side somewhere. Let's see. That is the ding. Paint damage. Okay. Missing trim piece. Tape, free of charge. Do not charge extra for that. Oh, remember I mentioned the tires, they inflate just fine for getting it on and off of a trailer. I wouldn't plan on driving it in the days since I took it off the trailer. Both tires on the driver's side managed to deflate themselves, but they will hold air for several hours to a day. Passenger side, they managed to stay inflated. Alright, anyway, it's T-top car. It is a turbo car. 91 Toyota MR2 Turbo. Let's see. So I told you earlier that I had used this car for a while, and then I intended to start using it for parts. So a couple little things are missing. The shifter boot is missing. I probably have the shifter ball itself. No guarantees, I'll look for it. I managed to steal one bolt from each side for the mirrors. No great loss. Some random stuff in here. You can see it down there. That is a MR2 embroidered floor mat. Have those on both sides. Awesome. I do have the T-top covers. So whatever. Let's see. Little old turbo timer. Some sort of Kenwood head here. These are not brand new components. Don't expect the best quality. I think the speakers are aftermarket. I'm not sure. That maybe you know better than I do with that the ridges in the middle of the cone denote. Maybe nothing. I don't know. Go around the other side real quick. Alright, obviously I removed the door panels. I was going to swap in these other ones. These are actually better than the ones that were in here. You can have these. you'll notice there are no seats in this car. I do have the seats. They were leather. MR2. The leather is crap, but you can have the complete seats with the foam. They're actually in fine condition if you plan on recovering them. Obviously, I'll throw those in. Don't care. You can have that. I may or may not borrow this old amp. If you campaign hard enough, I will throw it in with the car. No great loss to me, but maybe I'll use it. Don't know. We'll talk. Alright. That's the interior. Steering wheel's got some cracking, but it's complete anyway. Dash is not warped. Alright. That's the interior. T-tops. Good shape. I've never seen them leak. I imagine they still don't leak at this point. Let's go to the front. Alright, here is the frunk. Frunk. For those of you who do not know MR2s intimately, the frunk is the front trunk. I have the spare tire. I have the toolkit. I also have the frunk liner. Somebody took it out at one point and managed to lose all the little bolts. But in any case, the frunk liner is here. And you will not miss the bolts. That's lightweight, makes the car go faster. Alright, so that's the frunk. Cool. Everything's in there. Let's go to the trunk. I have no idea what's in here. I haven't opened it in a while. Oh, well, I just got a little bit of water in there. Sorry about that. Apparently there's some paint in here. And an old rose. Probably from, who the hell knows? Oh, look at that. There's some shit from my, my defunct wedding. Look at that, my wedding crystal glasses and some other crap. Alright, you can't have this because I'm going to probably set that on fire. But in any case, trunk liner is actually fully intact. You get these little spider webs free of charge, no problem. I'll throw those in. And that is the trunk. Cool. I'll open up so you can see the engine. Come here, engine. Oh, look, Pioneer speaker. Sweet. That's worth the price of the car. All right. Turbo hood, obviously. Turbo engine. What do we have in here? We got an Apex'i, I don't know how the hell you pronounce it. Blow-off valve. Over here, you have an aftermarket cone intake. Also Apex'i, call it what you want. Here's a little light. I don't think that helps, but cool. It's in there. Ragu. It's in there. Alright. What else is in this car? I don't remember. But anyway, it's complete. This car has not been started in a number of years because, as I mentioned earlier, I cracked the hose from hell. It blew hot steam all over the place in my driveway. I shut the car down and have not started it since. So it's probably ripe for a rebuild, but I don't imagine it would take much. And there's no damage to the engine because the hose from hell, it didn't get a chance to overheat. So there you go. Otherwise, it's mostly stock, you know, with the exception of the couple of Apex'i pieces there. It does have the CT26 turbo. So there you go. Cool. Exhaust. I forget what this is. This is one of those bad boy exhausts, though. I remember people like this goddamn thing because it's cool, man. I remember it sounds pretty good. Doesn't it say on the side? What is this thing called? Well, anyway, those of you in the know will know what the hell this is. And I'll probably post it in the specs when I look it up and pretend that I remembered. But for those of you watching this video, you know. I didn't fucking remember. It is what it is. Anyway, yeah, pay no attention to the mess in the rest of the yard here. I got a lot of mess. But that's the car. Want to be truthful and accurate. I don't want anybody to commit to buying this thing and then find out that it's not what they thought it was. Oh, how about taking a look underneath? Yeah, somebody tried to jack it up, probably dropped the jack and ended up jacking it up, in the other sense of the word. Underneath here, I don't know what to show you. That looks like that one plastic guard is hanging a little low, whatever. But in any case, there's no real damage or anything underneath the car. It's in pretty freaking good shape, actually. So, that is my first Mr. 2. And I'd like to get rid of it simply because I got too much frickin' shit piled up and I can't get to any of it. Please help me. Please. Help a brother out. Oh, the most important part. These are the wipers. So, I guess I lied. The other thing I borrowed were the nuts that hold the wipers on. If you're within a reasonable distance, I'd be happy to throw this car back up on this trailer and tow it somewhere with that truck. If you're not a reasonable distance away, well, you know what you can do. You can make arrangements. All right, brothers, thanks.